not what we thought of Arkansas. But again, anytime you have a caged animal backed up, they'll come out and play hard.
Look out, and they have been very close. Tuesday lost to LSU by 4, had a lead in the second half of that game, so they are hungry, determined, committed to come into a hostile road environment and get it done.
Razorbacks had a great practice last night when they flew into Columbia. I thought they were excited. They were spirited. They were anxious, ready for this ball game. Great pass from Brazil.
The former Missouri Tiger spent his rookie season here, and he found his big man in the front court there. That's Jonas Aidoo. So if you're Arkansas, could not have asked for a better start. So this is Dennis Gates' starting 5. This has been the unit that has worked, at least to start the game lately. Mark Mitchell, number 25 in the black. He does lead this team in scoring about 13.5 a game.
And Kevin, one of the biggest keys for this Missouri team is getting out to fast starts. They led Kansas by 18 in the first half. They led at Florida by 17 in the first half. They've had fabulous starts because their opponents have not taken care of the basketball. The Razorbacks must not turn it over early.
Yeah, they are an aggressive defense. More on that in a moment. So after the foul call, let's take a minute here to show you John Calipari's starting 5. Boogie Fland, number 2 in the white. He is a playmaker. He is a shot creator for himself and others. He is the highest scoring freshman in the league.
And the luxury of having Boogie Fland as point guard 1 is really having DJ Wagner as point guard 2 next to him. Both guys can handle it. Both guys can attack off the dribble.
New 20, this is Adu Thero. He is Arkansas's leading scorer. Ball is going back to Mizzou after the foul on Brazil.
I do like what Coach Cal has done as they come on the road. They put pressure on Missouri. They've kind of taken the fight to see how Missouri responds to the pressure.
Well, it is Missouri that has got one of the better turnover margins in the nation. And so Arkansas trying to flex its muscles here in the first couple of minutes. Fland knocked it away momentarily from Robinson. Here's Bates for 3.
Tamar Bates has had a fantastic senior season. 29 points in this building against Kansas. He has been the most consistent of the Missouri players on the offensive end.
The savvy senior captain gets things started for the Tigers, who are unbeaten, by the way, Sonny, in this building.
And when you watch Missouri, they switch everything. Doesn't matter small on big, big on small. They'll change and they'll be aggressive.
And the steal, it was Perkins who forced it, and the errant pass, ball back to Arkansas. So a tough break there. They nearly had the steal, and then the errant pass leads to the give right back to John Calipari's team. 866 wins. Look, his message was very clear this week. The Hall of Famer made it very clear. All it takes is one. How many times has just that one win turned into maybe 6 in a row? And so while they are desperate at 0-4, they've been in position.
And what a legendary career. 6 Final Fours in 3 different schools. The excitement in Razorback area about when he was hired, and he feels he can do it again at Arkansas.
Yep, after 15 years at Kentucky, Pierce for 3.
Kevin, the top 6 scorers for Missouri all shoot over 50% from the field.
There's DJ Wagner trying to respond. He's missed his first 2. John, as a team, they're 49% from the field. Missouri is top 20 in the nation. There's the sophomore point guard. Back out to Bates. Open 3. Not that time. And a new 20 for the Tigers. Bates drive and kick. Perkins wants it. Thero is going to have to fight hard here. Should be a fun battle on the glass on either end. Thero, wild layup as he stumbled down. He's begging for a call. Numbers here for Bates and the Tigers. Tamar Bates lays it in.
Right now, too many easy looks for Missouri. That was a tough basket, but too many easy looks. Arkansas's got to settle down on the offensive end and get better shots. They know they want to attack off the dribble, see if they can get to the rim.
A brilliant atmosphere. Sold out Mizzou Arena on a Saturday, and it's a quick 8-0 Tigers run. Fland trying to take the bigger Mitchell off the bounce, throws up the 15-footer. Pierce down with it. Here comes Missouri. Bates thought about it. Bates for 3. Another Tamar Bates. Timeout Arkansas, and it's another fast start.
if Missouri can get it off the rim and they can get in attack mode in this building, very tough to defend. Bates off to a great start from inside and out.
A first win against the top 5 ranked team on the road in 13 years. Flash it back to when Michael Dixon, Bill Pressey, Marcus Denman, Kim English, and the rest, they went to Waco, faced a top 5 Baylor team during that fantastic 2012 season. Scored 89, beat them 89-88. That team won 30 games, had that wonderful regular season. It was one of the better regular seasons in program history.
A team that was high octane. They could score with anybody. They could play with anybody. A number 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. A good look at Frank Haith, their coach, now an assistant for the Texas Longhorns. And there's Lawrence Bowers, who was injured that year, but a part of the end of that.
Always in the house. And so, again, that was a significant one on Tuesday. So this Missouri team comes into this home battle with a whole lot of mojo, a lot of juice, and a lot of momentum. The 14-3 start. 3-1 in league play. That's the best since they joined the conference 13 years ago. And today, you talked about great starts. Boy, are they off to one.
They have done it every ball game, especially big ball games in this building. And when they get off to a fast start, think of this. Arkansas scored the first 2 points of the game. 11 straight for the Tigers. 8 points of the first 11 by Tamar Bates.
He is off to a really fine start. Hit those big-time triples to jolt this place. You just saw Caleb Grill. Remember, he went for 22 on Tuesday, so he is the first man off the bench for this 14-3 Tigers team that has thrived to begin the year. That's a foul on Trent Pierce, his first.
You know, I've already mentioned it. It's rare when you have a team that they shoot 49% from the field, but their top 6 scorers all above 50% from the field, which they don't all have to shoot well night in, night out. If you get 3 of the 6, 2 of the 6, 5 of the 6, makes it very difficult, puts a lot of pressure on any defensive team.
Is that the most dangerous component about this Missouri team, the depth and the quality depth?
Well, I think the depth and the fact defensively they're so good, they're so aggressive. Fresh bodies keep rotating in. They force turnovers, and then when they push to the other end, they space out with a number of good shooters.
They have been very aggressive. Tony Perkins, a straight line drive to the rack, and they do this better than basically every team in America, all but one, second in the nation in made free throws, and so Perkins will go there. Put this team up big.
Perkins, one of those veteran transfers, 4-year starter at the University of Iowa, so used to tough competition in the Big Ten. He likes physical play. He's a physical guard. He can push, he can shove, he can defend. Great leadership out top.
He's such a versatile veteran. John, there are those numbers. That's eye-popping. They make more than 20 free throws a game. That's about 7 more than Arkansas makes per game. So you think, could that be another advantage today?
And a year ago, they were predominantly a 3-point shooting team.
Boy, this place was charged up to begin, and they have sparked a 13-0 run, at least helped spark one after Arkansas hit the first basket. They're 0 for their last 6 on this side of the floor. Wagner around the screen, around the hedge, could not get it to go. Adu lost the handle. So ball back to Missouri with all the momentum right now, about 5 minutes in.
And again, the switching happens, and then Wagner's got a big on him, but Adu rolls to the basket. He's got avenues. If he puts the lob to the rim, Adu's got an easy dunk. Got to recognize.
Caleb Grill closed out on quickly that time. Finds Mitchell! Count it! A monstrous slam and the foul!
How quickly Arkansas reacts to Grill being open in the corner, so they've got to run at it. Grill puts it on the floor, and when he puts it on the floor, he's got the trailing Mitchell right down the middle. Mark Mitchell, another transfer, 2-year starter at the University of Duke. Or Duke University, excuse me, but he is a Kansas City, Kansas kid.
Back in his home state, he said pregame, yeah, you know, about a dozen family members or so per game. They're only a couple hours away. There's a foul after the miss. Lucas Santos is saying that that's on Josh Gray. So third team foul on Missouri. Mitchell can't complete the three-point play, but it's not just about bringing in the transfers. Can you bring in quality ones that can mesh together with the rest of the team, buy into the identity? This is Carter Knox off the bench for the first time for Arkansas. One of the handful of freshmen and sophomore in this rotation. It's a younger Arkansas team.
And the Razorbacks need a lift right now. They need a couple buckets, a couple stops, get a little better feel for themselves, get some confidence going.
1 of 9 from the floor to start, plus a couple of turnovers. Knox is wide open, wants it. Bit strong on the three. Grill has it. Caleb Grill with his eyes up. Missouri does like to run.
And Missouri a better rebounding team than a year ago.
Handled themselves nicely in the win against Florida. It's a fantastic rebound margin team. So nice transition defense from the Hogs. This is Gray.
And good matchup Thero on Bates. Can't let him catch it and get an open look.
He wants the three. Got another.
You got to stay on the backside of it, and you cannot run into the screen, and you can't go underneath the screen. What a start by this Tiger squad.
Boy, Bates with 11 of the 18. 18-0 run. Thero at the rim, wild layup. New 20, Adu has it. Arkansas searching. Fland had an opening, steps into the mid-range. Boy, they're still cold. Yeah, there's Knox. They needed it.
But you know what's interesting, Kevin? Notice that Mark Mitchell runs out so that Fland doesn't get an easy look. He's got to put it one bounce, then take the jump shot. Nothing is coming very easily to this Razorback squad on the offensive end.
It was their second made field goal. Tamar Bates.
Have a night, Bates. Have a night.
Well, he's now officially a member of the 1,000 point club. Just went over 1,000. He has 13. He's already at a season average. We're 7 minutes into the game. Well, he's got a look in his eye too on the offensive end. Here's Thero. They beat the zone that time. First basket for Arkansas's leading scorer.
And nice recognition that time by Thero to get into the middle of that zone.
So yeah, Bates has got it here with the 13.
He might as well keep cooking.
Step back, offline. The senior captain is red hot to start. Knox was looking for his second bucket. John L. Davis gets the visitors a new 20. They try to work it around. Bates closes out on Davis. Davis to the rim, and he lays it in.
Why don't the Razorback fans want to see this guy get going? Nelly Davis, one of the best transfers out of the portal, has been injured. The right wrist was injured. And slowly trying to get his game back, and they need his game to be at a high level.
No doubt. Someone who scored 1,500 points in his career. Had 10 in the first half against LSU. So it's a few buckets back-to-back here for Arkansas. So while we got a moment here, 12:34 in the first, let's take a look at our Subaru player spotlight. We've mentioned it before. Tamar Bates, red hot right out of the gate with 13.
You know, Bates played 2 years at Indiana, another Kansas City, Kansas kid, Piper High School. Then he went to IMG Academy his senior season. 2 years at Indiana. Last year he came to Missouri. Solid season last year. When you watch this year, he has taken over a leadership role. He's the guy that they count on night in, night out, game in, game out to do what he's supposed to do. And really that's carry the team early or down the stretch. He's a freak at the free throw line, 94%, rarely misses.
Yeah.
But it's his leadership skills with any of the new players that have come into Dennis Gates' program that they kind of lean on him to know what to do.
Someone who knows the standard, knows what the competitive culture is like. You know, their shoot-around earlier today is the first player out there an hour before shoot-around. That's a regularity, by the way, working on individual things. Mitchell, close range. He's going up against the 7-foot Croatian. That's Zvonimir Ivisic. And good contest that time from the 7-footer. He's going to get some early run.
So one of the strengths of this Arkansas team on the defensive end is the fact that they block 6 shots a game. And Big Z with the 3, he's been scoreless 4 of the last 5 games. A huge sign and a good sign for Arkansas.
Very capable three-point shooter, about 43% from beyond the arc. That's best on the team. And so getting off to a fast start for him. Hitting his first shot or two might be helpful.
And at 7'2", he's an intimidator inside. Mitchell didn't even try to score. You don't get 2, you throw it out, you get 3.
Another connection from distance. Missouri, 5 of 7 from downtown. Pierce has the latest, and Brazil with a close-range slam.
We expected a highly offensive game here. Back and forth, up and down.
Missouri scores about 85 a game. That's top 15 in the nation. Just scored 83 on the road in Gainesville on Tuesday.
Another shooter.
Cruz misfires. So that's Jacob Cruz, one of the first-year transfers. He's a prolific three-point shooter, about 32% this year. Ivisic can't stick another. Hit the prior one from straight on. Anthony Robinson with his eyes up. Brazil knocks it away, on the floor for it. Grill takes it back. Grill!
You know, Brazil with a good steal, you can't give it back. Not tough enough with the basketball on the floor. Smart play by Grill.
He wants the 3 now, and he is a very dependable three-point shooter. Hit a couple on Tuesday against LSU. Oh, Mitchell to the rim. Are they going to count it? They're going to say goaltend. Brazil pinned that one off the window after, though, it hit the backboard.
Interesting. I wasn't sure it got to the backboard yet. Great 3 by Brazil on one end. They're going to call the goaltending. They'll take a look at it.
Regardless, it's a double-digit lead for Missouri. Take a look.
Yep.
Got it right. Count it.
Got it right.
Going to Arkansas, his first year was terrific. That was that team that went to the Sweet 16, tore his ACL, only played in 9 games. Last year, had a decent season, really trying to reach his full potential now as a redshirt junior. There is another turnover forced by this Missouri defense. Lob it up. Rebound down here to Arkansas. John L. Davis on the move. Drive and kick up top to Brazil. Already has hit 1-3. Now Wagner.
Boy, physical.
Boy, it really is. Davis left the 3 short. So another one-and-done possession.
I'd almost like to see Wagner try to finish that at the rim because of his physicality. Take it to the big man, take it in their body. Good pass by Grill.
Trent Pierce with 8 in the first half. So he's already at his season average. You know, remember, Missouri scored 50 in that first half against Florida on Tuesday. They've got just about 30 here, 9 minutes to go in the first. Brazil hesitant, trying to figure out what he's going to do here. Draws the foul on Grill.
Well, Caleb Grill again has shot the ball extremely well this season, and they are chasing him to try to get him off screens or get him away the defense. And he's already made 2 terrific passes. Now, Grill's been around the block. He's played 6 years. He played at UNLV, then he played at Iowa State, then UNLV, back to Iowa State. Played for a great coach in T.J. Oxelberg at both places. Now he's at Missouri. He was injured most of last season. Had neck injury here. Missed a few games, but he has played extremely well the last 4 games.
The poor pass leads to another opportunity for Mizzou. Perkins connects.
Right now, the lack of communication by this Razorback team on the defensive end to match up player to player when Missouri pushes it.
Boy, this is a big haymaker here in the first half. Thero at the logo. That's good.
I think Arkansas has to focus on trying to attack more there than from the outside. The guard core of Missouri is so aggressive, active with their hands, it's become difficult to do anything from the outside. Penetrate that, see if you can score.
And that's what they want to do. They want to try to take away the middle of the floor. Here's Grill. Lights out from distance. They're 7 of 10 as a team. Grill hit the 6 threes in the win against Florida. Knox offline. Meanwhile, Arkansas 2 of 10 from distance. So a big disparity there.
And now look where they have to pick up Grill deep. Good block.
Yeah, that was Ivisic. 7'2" Croatian. He's got the long reach. Second foul on Grill. So that takes us to a timeout. Missouri in some sort of a groove. They're up 17. They scored 50, remember, in the first half against Florida in that top 5 road win on Tuesday. John, they're shooting 62% from the floor. They've hit 7 threes already. They've got a big advantage over Arkansas.
They have 10 assists on 12 made baskets. That means the ball is moving. Guys are getting open. And the Razorbacks are having a hard time just, again, matching up man-to-man when they get back defensively. Missouri spreads the floor, either drive it hard and kick it. Their open shooters are making shots.
This one, you like this one. 6 different players have assisted on those makes, too. The ball movement has been great. So they get it to the middle again. Here's a Vicic. So is that what Arkansas has to do more of?
Well, that's where they've been most successful. So don't go away from it. They've not shot the ball well from outside, only 2 of 10 beyond the three-point line. So try to keep attacking the middle of that zone or even the man where they've been able to score the ball.
There's the very skilled sophomore, Anthony Robinson, gets around the screen. Thero gets up and erases that shot on the block there by Peyton Marshall.
You know, the idea, this is where they've had success, somewhere in the paint, and if they come out, they could go. Now, defensively, this is a team that averages 6 blocks a game. They're athletic. They can do that. They've just got to match up a little more jersey to jersey out front so these Tigers don't find open looks.
Billy Richmond all over Jacob Cruz. 4 to shoot.
Another good athlete, good hands.
Perkins left it short. Now, he was saying that Flan got him on the arm.
That's what you say when the ball's going to be off early.
And it's way short.
You start begging for that call right away when you know that shot's off.
He said, yep, got me on the arm.
You know what the trick was? Downtown Freddie Brown in Seattle, when it was going to be bad, he would shoot it way off, like it would hit behind the backboard, and the official would blow the whistle going, well, there's no way he'd miss it that badly.
It's easy calculation there.
Easy to call.
Fland covered up that time by Pierce. Vicic passes up the 3, shovels to the corner.
A little better movement this time by the Razorbacks. Big Z's got to finish that play down there. 7-2, just go over the top. He's got a soft touch.
Another late shot clock.
Wow,
what
a shot.
Here. That's Boogie Fland creating and improvising. First basket for the freshman. So it's back to a 13-point game. Back-to-back buckets for the Hogs. That's a foul on Arkansas. That'll be Richmond's first. 15 foul on the Hogs.
Well, we've seen highlights all year long from Boogie Fland in a variety of ways. This one, he's really looking for the foul, the whistle. Now, shot clock's winding down. You're looking for the whistle. Still able to finish and score.
That time not using downtown Freddie Brown's logic. He said, let me just try to get it here. Very skilled playmaker.
Oh, yeah.
He's the highest scoring freshman in the league. You know, in SEC play, he's going for about 15 a night. Another 3, Mitchell, blocked by a Vicic. That's the second time he's blocked a 3-point shooter. So now we're starting to add him up, Sonny.
And I mean, is happening already? Missouri's never played a guy 7'2" that long with that length. He's got 2 of them when the shooters didn't think they would.
Thero draws the foul. That's the 6th team foul on Mizzou. So the next whistle sends Arkansas to the line.
Adjustments always have to be made when you're playing against a shot blocker, but there are times you've not played a guy like this. 7'2", mobile, and extremely long. He got Grills, and now this one, Mitchell's, and both will say, you know what, I either got to get it off more quickly or back up a step.
Sky-high upside for this dynamic Croatian. Fland way off on the 3, and we're seeing more of a Vicic and Brazil as well early in this game relative to Tuesday. Bates, an aggressive drive, extra pass. Pierce wants it, offline. And then a foul on the loose ball. So it will stay here. That is on Arkansas.
How quickly on offense does that ball move for Missouri tonight? It's not sticking anywhere. So there's a drive, there's a kick. And Arkansas doing a pretty good job on the initial rotation. It's just the fact the ball keeps moving. And if you're chasing as a defensive team, it's hard then to find blockouts because you're all moving different ways.
Oh, what a lob! Look out! Mitchell calling out his victim. Arkansas trying to respond, and it's an immediate alley-oop throwdown from Thero. Wagner found him. 13-point game. Mizzou, though, in transition. Mitchell lost the handle.
Hey, sit back, partner. This is going to be a shootout.
Grill knocks it down. We got a second player on the Mizzou side to join the 1,000-point club. He and Bates hit their marks in the first half. That is 8 first-half threes. 8 for Missouri. Ivisic trying to spin on the baseline, a little too much dribbling. Trying to get bailed out that time by Davis. It's out of bounds with 8 on the timer.
And think of the pace of this game. Missouri substitutes a lot of guys. Arkansas does not. It does not mean you'll tire out as an Arkansas player. It's the fact that the pace is so high. You've got to make sure when there's a timeout, get your win. If there's a free throw line, get your win.
We've seen longer possessions here for Arkansas. Wagner would not be denied.
Well, and I like the finish. I think Wagner's strong enough to finish over and around guys instead of kicking it out.
Oh, don't leave him open. Grill puts it in.
Wow. Any point guard like Anthony Robinson's thinking, I'm going to have assists all night long, just kick it, barely touching the fingertips of Grill, and he lets it go.
Had 6 on Tuesday. He's got 3 in the first half. Davis has got to connect here, and he does for Arkansas. Boy, you see the face on Davis. It's hard to keep up with this Missouri team when they're cooking offensively.
I love shootouts and back and forth, and here we go.
Oh, by the way, they're knocking them down from distance, but they're also doing the razzle-dazzle around the rim as well. First, it was on the Tiger side. Trent Pierce looking for the big man. Look out below. He gets a 7-footer here. Mark Mitchell on your head. Thero with the response as well. Fun one in Missouri.
I think Shuda referred to him as Larry Bird the other night, by the way, coming alive with the 6 threes. I think he had 5 of those in the first half. And look, John, it's the rugged SEC. Let's get updated here. How does Joe Lunardi have the teams that are tournament caliber slotted right now? He's got Auburn and Tennessee as 1 seeds. This Missouri team, there they are right now as an 8 seed. But Dennis Gates has said it. We're still in the middle of building our resume, and the way things are going tonight,
well, that's all, and that's all good stuff. But here's what I'm thinking. Vanderbilt carried the goalposts after beating Alabama down the Cumberland River. Right. Why wouldn't they take one of the goals? Why wouldn't they take one of the goals after beating arch rival Tennessee and haul it right down Broadway, right down the streets, and throw it right in the river? There's never been a basketball goal taken out of an arena and hauled right down the street, throw it in the river.
I think they should accept the challenge. Listen, you know, a goal post kind of easy to transport. Giant basket stanchion. Now you're getting a workout in.
It's got wheels on it, baby. Roller down there.
Stop traffic. They did stop traffic for that, by the way, that football weekend. Well, talk about a great athletic year. Women's basketball team's fantastic season for Vanderbilt, so things are looking right now in Nashville. So, Sonny, final 3:30 this first half. Mizzou lights out. They're 60% from the floor. They've hit 9 threes.
And if you're the Razorback coaching staff, you're telling your guys, hang in. They can't keep at this pace. Can they get it to 10 or below by halftime, this Arkansas team?
Adu hangs on, fumbled it for a moment. That's a big one for Adu, so it's back to a dozen. To your point, Arkansas on the other side shooting better than 45% from the floor. Most of their looks at the rim. Adu has 4. He's battling with Mitchell. Mitchell head fake. Mitchell got him. So that is the second foul on Jonas Adu. And Mark Mitchell lives at the free throw line. He will head back there, the junior from Kansas City.
Second leading free throw attempt person in the SEC. Now, he doesn't shoot a great number from the free throw line as far as percentage, just around 60%.
Speaking of Kansas City, you're keeping an eye on your Chiefs score, I would
How'd they do?
Assume. They were up 10 earlier, is that right?
That's good.
So on Tuesday, remember our doubleheader here. It features those aforementioned Commodores. They will be heading into Tuscaloosa with a whole lot of steam here. And then afterward, Missouri is in Austin to take on Texas. That's our doubleheader on the network starting at 7 Eastern.
And how about the win by Alabama today on the road at Kentucky? 102 points. Mark Sears with 24 and 9 assists.
He's pushing 2,500 career points.
Been around a while.
Yeah, fifth-year senior. Plan off balance, misfires. Thiero got his hands on it, but then lost it. Mitchell on the move. Puts it up, puts it in. Mark Mitchell and Missouri keep their foot on the gas.
And Mitchell has the ability to finish. He's a left-handed player, but he finishes with right or left equally around the rim.
Mitchell's been just such a productive double-figure scorer and lane protector for this team. Tap back in by Ivisic.
Big Z's having a heck of a first half.
Should have 7 here, Ivisic does. Yeah, 7. That's his season average. Hadn't scored in 4 games. So this is a nice spark. 13-point game, though. Robinson way off. I think Thiero got a piece of it.
Yep, another block.
New 20, but a loose ball foul on Arkansas. So that is going to send Missouri to the free throw line. That's the first on Fland. You're so right. Arkansas doing a lot of things right. This is a prolific start for Missouri. They're really on both ends. Arkansas has only turned it over 4 times. So against this relatively harassing defense, they've taken care of it. Mizzou has just been red hot on this end of the floor.
It's the pace of how Missouri has played on the offensive end by moving the basketball, not always off the dribble. The ball has moved. It's not stuck in any position. And Arkansas has had to help recover, close out quickly, and the ball keeps moving. And when they've had wide open shots, Missouri's made them. And if they continue to shoot at this pace, yeah, it puts so much pressure on any team to try to get back in it.
57% from the floor in this first half. They've hit 9 threes. That's an eye-popping number. And so how about the freshman Marcus Allen, one of several that gets some consistent sparse minutes, but they'll get some time here and there in this rotation. Dennis Gates will play 11, maybe 12 in a game. You never know.
Keep an eye out, Kevin, when Fland turns the corner. Again, I think he can go to the rim also. He likes to pull up the jump shot, but I think Boogie Fland can finish it around the rim and put more pressure on this Tiger defensive team.
Ivisic got screen.
Look at
Extra
the ball
pass. Bates puts it up. Strong. New 20. Robinson has it with 1:20 to go on the first.
And you have defenders scrambling all over the half court for
Jacob Cruz cleared for takeoff. Highlight City in Columbia this afternoon. Davis wants the corner 3, way off. Mizzou can stretch its lead. Bates is running. Lob! Bates! No. Wow. That was Mitchell to Bates that time. Would have blown the roof off of this place. Still a 17-point lead for the home team. Flands gets around Allen, puts it up. Brazil slam it down. So Brazil in his homecoming, first time he has played his former team, was injured the last couple of years, has 7 in the first half.
He's got to feel good that the people remember him. A few boo birds from the student section.
Yes, quite the welcoming, ceremonious return.
Shot clock, 5-second differential.
7 to shoot. Pocket pass to Mitchell. Mitchell spins up with the left. That is a nimble move. Clock is running. Fland looks up. He's got 4. Couple dribbles. 2 seconds. Fland to Ivisic. He'll get it off. Left it short. Missouri, 50 in the first half on Tuesday. 52 today. Most points in a half against an SEC team. They're making it a trend this week, by the way.
Another impressive start for Mizzou.
They shot 56% from the floor and hit 9 triples. Lights out. Let's go to the studio, fellas. Quite impressive, huh?
Yeah, you are not kidding at all. Slay, Shooter, Dari. This year, happened in football. It's happening in basketball, where you might think you know something, and it doesn't take long before you start seeing somebody in a different light. And we're seeing Missouri in a different light these last couple of weeks.
Yep, and this is what you listen to Dennis Gates talk about at the SEC Media Day. He believed in his teams. He thought about the guys that he brought back. He made some tweaks here and there. It was difficult to figure out who was going to fit in this. But Tamar Bates is a guy that's a leader, bringing Mark Mitchell in. He's a guy that's helping lead. And Caleb Grill, listen, man, shooter, I'll let you speak about him because I couldn't shoot like that.
The Larry Bird of the SEC. No, listen, Missouri has always been, Dennis Gates' teams are very difficult to play against. They switch defenses quite a bit. You saw it in the first half. They went zone, man. They kind of junk it up a little bit. Nothing is easy against them. They are winning the strategy right now. You want Arkansas to try to beat you from the three-point line, okay? And that's what Missouri is able to do. Hogs 3 of 14 from the three-point line. How about this, though? They have shot 0 free throws. And I'm not saying that they have been fouled, but Missouri's done a good job of defending without fouling, too, to also hurt what the Hogs trying to do offensively.
So Arkansas coming into this game at 0-4. Gets off to a miserable start. It's 18-2 like that. You start eventually questioning confidence, trust, right? What's Cal's message right now in your estimation?
Block out the noise. Do not look at the scoreboard. Like, understand what we are doing. And that's the question I got to ask. What are we doing?
What are they?
I have no earthly idea. Anybody, I have no rhyme or reason of who's shooting and when they're shooting. It's like a free fall.
I'm glad you said that.
You got to get a little bit of direction going if you want to be able to get out of this hole that they're in.
It just
they
seems,
got the talent.
They got the talent. They start to say, I didn't see a sense of urgency. I saw it with Missouri, okay? You have winless in the SEC. I didn't see the sense of urgency. The other thing, to your point, you got to play with a purpose. Offensively, it just looks like they're playing.
You guys are saying this.
Play with a purpose.
Okay. So you guys know this game way better than I do. I'm on with my guys Chuck and Bo in Arkansas this week, I think Wednesday morning, and I said,
better have some answers.
I don't have any idea who they are or what they want to be. And that's just me saying it. If you guys are saying, I suddenly feel a little better about what I said. They don't have an identity. They don't have a, okay.
9 total. These are the regions in the huddle stats. Arkansas, 42% from the floor. They were solid on the offensive end. Missouri was just much better, though. You can see shooting 56%.
So if we thought, here's Arkansas only has 4 turnovers, and you're thinking that's what you have to do when you play Missouri. Don't allow them to get out and run. Problem is Arkansas missed too many shots. They missed a lot of long shots. So if you miss a lot of long shots, this allowed Missouri to get out, space the floor, move the defense around, get open looks. We'll see if Arkansas, I think they can score more inside than they tried to do in that first half.
And we saw them getting into the paint a bit more frequently in the second half. But for this Tigers team that have thrived out of the gate, 14-3 overall, 3-1 record is their best SEC start since they joined the conference 13 years ago. They've got a chance. Win today, a couple more coming up. They could firmly cement themselves as an upper echelon team in the league with a statement in the first half today, just like on Tuesday in the top 5 road win against Florida. Off balance fadeaway from Perkins.
And that is a good defensive possession by Arkansas.
So now can they stack those stops? And they cut it back to, let's say, 11 a couple of times. They fell behind 18-2, so it was a big hole they were in early. Flange, watched it go halfway down and out. Back the other way. 63rd meeting between Arkansas and Missouri. Hogs have won most of them, including 8 of the last 10. Mark Mitchell is getting in on this 3-point party from distance. That's now 10.
And Arkansas is going to give him that shot. Not a great outside shooter.
Just an above-average performance now for Mizzou from beyond the arc. Mitchell in the double figures. He has 11. Robinson just took it away from Brazil. He's on the ground. Brazil got whacked in the face. Numbers here. It's a 5-on-4. Pierce to the rim. Blocked. He might have lost it on the way up. Brazil is back there, but again, he's still reaching for his left eye. So it's
Brazil got up late, but Thero just threw that ball away. He had DJ Wagner ahead of the crowd. Here's the active hands by Anthony Robinson, a terrific defender. Oh, he got kneed. He got kneed right in the head. Wow. Hope he's okay.
He's taking a seat right now. Tough break for Brazil. First time playing in this arena. He used to wear the jersey his opposition wears today. Mitchell thinks better about a second three. Ivisic picks up the loose change here. Thero out to Wagner. This is DJ Wagner lays it in.
Good seal by big man Z down below. Allowed Wagner to get to the rim. You know what? A few good defensive possessions early by Arkansas. Another turnover by Missouri. A little bit sloppy.
And so ball back to the Hogs.
Smart play by Bates. There's the seal, and Bates doesn't pick up a silly foul. That could have been you might throw a guy out of the way to give the guy the bucket.
Zvonimir Ivisic, a sophomore from Croatia. He played just 7 minutes in the loss to LSU Tuesday. Took just 2 shots today. He's been a bit more integral. 3 out of 5 from the floor, plus the 5 rebounds, couple of blocks as well. Arkansas hoping for a couple of things to go right here. They've been down for much of the game. Ball back to the Tigers.
Active hands that time. It was Tamar Bates. If you put the ball on the floor too much against this Missouri team, you know they're going to be digging and diving from the top side.
Yeah, there's Ivisic's numbers. Obviously much more active tonight, more minutes. So, Sonny, Arkansas went up 2-0. And then Missouri scored the next 18. They've been up double digits from the early minutes. Those two go chest to chest at the rim. Ivisic picks up his second foul, and Mitchell is going to the line.
And Missouri comfortable anytime on the offensive sets and allowing Mark Mitchell either to get it in the middle and to attack, or sometimes they'll clear out the wing side, and he'll get it in a pinch post area and then make his moves. Again, he has the ability to finish with the left or right hand. Very athletic, plays above the rim.
Third in the league as well in terms of free throws attempted. Top 10 in free throws made. He gets there a ton. Tomorrow night, women's doubleheader, I should say tomorrow afternoon, right here on the network. The still unbeaten LSU Tigers, they are in Gainesville to play Florida. And then you get the in-state battle, Ole Miss and Mississippi State. That follows. Coverage begins at 1 Eastern. So LSU trying to remain undefeated. Davis had a clear path to the rim, kicks it out to Flan.
You saw the same thing.
Got it.
I do think there have been clear paths they're not taking. They're kicking it out.
Now they get the bucket this time. Robinson is looking for his first three. And it's a foul on Pierce. So he's been aggressive. That's the 3rd foul on Trent Pierce. Yeah, what'd you see here on the prior offensive sequence?
Well, we saw, I thought, in the first half. Sometimes when Missouri overplays, but here's the penetration. He could take another dribble, go to the rim. Now, again, it's an unselfish play. You kick it out. This time, Flan, but look what Big Z does again. It clears out path. Kind of keeps defenders away.
He had been kind of a background actor in the first couple of games. He's taken on a much larger role today in SEC play, that is. Thero, you know, can he get going?
And anytime Missouri has gone to that defense that they just set, somewhat of a zone defense, 4 guys spread out on top, Arkansas has been able to get it to the paint and score.
They've got 28 of their 41 in the paint, so the majority of their points obviously inside. They've been lousy from distance, 21% from beyond the arc. Robinson, the sophomore, finds Grill, sets the feed, off balance 3. It's almost rare to see a misfire lately.
And Wagner didn't give much space, did he? He's right there on the shot.
Good work from the sophomore from Camden. Ivisic, a close range look. Now things are tightening up a little bit. Back to a 14-point game. Ivisic with 9.
It looks like one of those guys playing on mini hoops or something, right? He's 7'2". He barely jumps. He's so big.
Ivisic affected that one as well. Ivisic on the floor, so is Thero. And Wagner is pushing. Deflected by Grill into Flan's hands. And so he wisely decides to wait for things to even up.
And Missouri's done a pretty good job getting back defensively against this quick Arkansas team. Not a good shot.
Foul on the floor.
A fadeaway 3, you can get that at any time.
They're bailed out by the whistle. Ivisic's big frame, he draws the Missouri foul. Arkansas is back within 14. And so the 7'2" sophomore who came over from Kentucky with John Calipari. Looking to go back to work right here. Spins, goes up with the right. Oh, follow slam. A Duthero, a rocket at the rim.
My goodness.
Look alive. He's now got 10.
SEC basketball.
You're not kidding. So it's an 8-0 run. Arkansas desperate for its first SEC win. They face the gauntlet right out of the chute. Tennessee, Florida, Ole Miss. There's Mitchell, couldn't finish, tap back in. That should be Bates, you get credit there.
Old reliable Tamar Bates. Snuck in, no one put a body on him, gets a tip in.
He's got 15.
Robinson down low, fighting hard defensively.
With Ivisic, Thero goes up strong. Ivisic couldn't get his hands on it, and Mitchell takes that rebound away from him.
Heck of a job by Missouri's point guard on the defensive end.
Robinson couldn't finish. Stays here.
Athletes all over the court, partner, and when the ball goes up, if you don't put a body on somebody, you're going to be the body. Man, Thero came in. Powerful.
We have seen some eye-opening, whether it's been putbacks, alley-oops, or just vicious throwdowns in this game all afternoon and now early evening. Caleb Grill to the rim. The veteran, savvy senior.
Yeah, they chased him, didn't allow him to get to three, put it on the floor. He's a great athlete. Won the high school high jump championship when he was out of high school in Wichita.
Only played 9 games last year, had to have the wrist surgery, missed most of the season, got an extra year because of that, and he has taken advantage of that extra season of eligibility. The SEC's most accurate three-point shooter. Today he's hit 3.
The reason he gets open is because of how many hard cuts he makes.
Yeah, right here, look, and he's rewarded. Beautiful stuff. Timeout, Arkansas.
Great pass by Mark Mitchell. I love it when they do things we're talking about. And Grill makes hard cuts. He's hard to defend. They're guarding him on the outside. So what does he do? Back cuts it. What a pass with the right hand. That's from a left-handed big man. Missouri still on a roll. Second half up 18.
Introducing.
Difficult on Tuesday, doing it in a variety of ways.
You know, he's been around a while. He's played in 137 collegiate games. Got the year back from the injury last year. Missed 5 games recently with a neck injury. And since he's been back, he has been so aggressive at shooting the ball. And when a great shooter is aggressive shooting it, he becomes so much more difficult to defend. You see his numbers against Florida. You see them tonight. Difficult because if a great shooter is moving and make hard cuts, you've got to chase him for the outside shot. And he can continue like he did last play. Mark Mitchell hit him for the layup. But absolutely, knowing that this is his last stretch run of playing collegiate basketball, he is doing it at the highest level.
There is some urgency here. He's one of the 2 captains on the roster. Just specifically the way he's shooting the ball. You have been through a stretch like this on many of occasion. And the feeling, the groove that he's in, what's the key to it?
So well, the fun part is because now you use your jump shot as a weapon.
Yeah.
Anytime you get it, it's a weapon. And so if he has guys switching on him, chasing him, that means he's going to get open on cuts. He'll either get open outside or his teammates get open. And you feel like you're such a valuable piece, especially on that offensive end.
Fland way offline on the 3. You know, that was one thing that Dennis Gates really underscored after the win. Tuesday goes, of course it's Grill, but how about the assist numbers? How about the ball movement? His teammates finding him and putting him in a great position. And today...
Yeah, we've seen it all night. Since the start of this game, the ball's moved well.
Yep.
And when it doesn't, it becomes a problem. Got it back, work lucky.
Oh, boy. Just rolled right back to him. Off balance, fade away, down and out. And Fland has the board. Today, Sonny, 18 of the 23 makes for Mizzou have been assisted. That is a elite percentage. Look out, there goes Robinson.
Good hustle.
Yep. Helped up by the Arkansas staff. There's the former first rounder, Ronnie Brewer, is helping him up. Yeah, there he is. He is the most effective three-point shooter in the SEC, and this is all players who take at least 4 per game on average.
And my observation would be, since he came back from the neck injury, he has been even more aggressive at looking for the shot when he comes in a game almost like a specialist. Like, I'm going to shoot it. You're going to have to guard me to shoot it. And what that does gives a mindset of a shooter like, yeah, I'm going to shoot it well. You better come guard me early.
Everyone's a shooter today for Missouri. They've got 10 triples.
And you kind of wonder, can Arkansas make a move? Wow.
Yeah, there's Richmond with the flush.
Can they make a move to get this to, I always think when a road team can get a big lead down to about 10 points, you want the crowd to get nervous. You want it to get to where there's a little bit of a groan going. So far, Arkansas has not been able to have that run to get any pressure on this Missouri team.
Jacob Cruz blocked by Thiero. He met him right at the rim. Now numbers, Richmond is aggressive, but that's a careless giveaway. And look who's open down the other end. Oh, Cruz wants 3. Barrett, new 20.
Well, T.O. Barrett had some great minutes down the stretch in the Florida game.
And with Robinson in foul trouble, Grill takes off. Feed it to Mitchell. Couldn't stuff it. It pops out. Ball is popping around now. Cruz is open.
It's almost like an exhibition game. The crowd, like it's just entertainment.
Yeah. A weird sequence there. Back and forth we went. Flan to Ivisic. Gets bumped. Count it. And the foul. And so can Ivisic complete the three-point play and maybe create that groan in the building? A free throw gets it back to 13 on the other side. We were bringing up before, some of the best teams in this league, they have got veteran decision makers, ball handlers, offensive initiators, veteran backcourts. It's the case for A&M.
It is what the transfer portal has been able to do too. Whatever you have, and you can develop, especially backcourt players, but you can bring in veteran backcourt players.
Just like that man right there. Very savvy senior captain.
Been around a while, played the Big Ten 2 years. Now his second season in the SEC.
Last year led this club in scoring when they went 0-18 in league play. It's been this epic turnaround to a perhaps 15-3 start if they get the job done today, and a 4-1 SEC mark. Carter Knox read that pass, cleared for takeoff. Vicious flush. That's the second basket for the freshman from Tampa, Florida.
And a good overplay, and it's caused because Boogie Fland is doing a good job out front.
So Perkins is handling. Perkins fouled. Count the basket.
He was doing a good job out front, but Perkins has been around a while. 5th-year player. Playing against a freshman. Look at the strength, the size. He goes into him. Draws some contact. John Calipari wants an offensive foul, and there are a lot of coaches not liking some of the way they're allowing point guards to really body up and throw defensive players off.
There was a lot of ball there, too, from Richmond. So the free throw is missed. And Missouri has kept Arkansas 10, 11, 12, 13.
They haven't gotten through that 10 barrier. Now in this matchup zone defense.
Kept them at arm's length. They haven't gotten it back to single digits since the midway mark of the first.
And it's where Arkansas has scored against this defense, right there.
It's right through the wickets, and so now the turnovers are piling up a little bit on this end.
You can't throw a fastball to a guy 5 feet away. And if your guy's 7'2", just put it up to the rim.
John Calipari's team, you know, they don't lack the fight and the commitment. There's another pretty focused shoot around earlier today. They just got punched in the mouth right out of the chute here. It was an 18-2 Missouri start and lead. A couple minutes into the game. Boy, Mitchell dribbles it right down to the block, but instead kicks out. Grill into the paint, bounce pass. Mitchell shuffles the feet.
Boy, Z changes the game in there, doesn't he? I mean, he's around the rim. 3 offensive players from Missouri stopped.
And can he hit this? Yes! 10-point game with 6:18 to go. Clock running.
It's kind of amazing that he has really struggled scoring the ball when we were watching tonight.
Yep. Just hadn't had the minutes, and now he's played more than 20 minutes today, nearing the double-double. You know, sometimes there are rim protectors and then lane protectors. He's been kind of both today. Mitchell has it taken away by Fland. Brazil running, the lob. Brazil is fouled. And Trevin Brazil, the one-time Missouri Tiger, back in his home state, goes to the line to cut it back to single digits.
I think it was Thero that knocked that ball away to lead it to the other end. But Big Z, 7'2", long, lanky block shots. And Trevin Brazil goes to the free throw line, and then welcome from the Missouri students.
Spent one season here, that was 3 years ago. He was a starter, shot blocker. It was a really fine rookie season.
Played for Conzo Martin.
Yep.
Was recruited by Conzo Martin. 3-star recruit. And Conzo thought he was going to develop into a really good player.
Yeah, he was right. They've been very hospitable to him.
You know, those are two big misses when you're on the road down 10. I know there's a lot of time, but still. He's a better shooter, at least in a form shooting, than what he shoots from the free throw line.
Arkansas has only taken the 5 free throws, 2 out of 5 at the line. Six to shoot for Anthony Robinson. Robinson goes behind the back. Nice defense from Knox, but he got him on the arm. Yep, and he got him there. So Robinson's at the line.
But how about the ability of Carter Knox to be able to slide at 6'6" with the point guard Robinson? Robinson couldn't get by him. Now you bailed him out by swinging a little bit at that shot.
Robinson's an 80% free throw shooter. Sophomore from Tallahassee. He has known Dennis Gates and the staff for a long time. When Dennis was an assistant at Florida State, he has taken a huge step forward this season.
So he went back to his home state. That was in Gainesville, but not Tallahassee. But on Tuesday night, he was exceptional again, winning down in the state of Florida.
He has blossomed. Top 10 in the league in steals, assist to turnover rate. And that, ironically, is his first point. And so that represents the swinging of 2 misses on the other end. After a really solid 25-second defensive possession, you foul the jump shooter, he makes you pay. So that's virtually a 4-point swing in the last 30 seconds.
Well, it's how hard it is to get over the hump or climb the mountain. To get, you get it to 10 to 9. Can you get it below that? 12 is not an impossible thing to do with 5:20 left, but you can't make mistakes.
Back to that zone look. Oh, Knox lost the handle. Marcus Allen collects. Marcus Allen followed by Cruz.
How about the hustle, Jacob Cruz? Sometimes you figure your teammate's going to make the layup. Sometimes they miss it. Cruz right on the money.
They swipe the momentum right from Arkansas. Ivisic offline. The thriving Tigers, unbeaten in this building this year. They're trying to get to 14-0 at home. They remain ahead by double digits, and Robinson gets the call there. That's the 3rd on Boogie Fland. And so that is, that's the 9th team foul on Arkansas. So Robinson goes right back to the line. There's still 4:32 to go. But it does feel like Arkansas, they had a chance, a moment, about a minute and a half ago. Free throws, could have got it back to single digits, and now Missouri is going to extend this run if Robinson hits this. Nope. So Ivisic secures it, but do we have lane violation?
Another mistake.
Lane violation. Wow.
You don't have to play perfectly to get back in a game, but you can't make the mistakes that Arkansas is making.
Just to underscore this point, that this is the youngest roster in the SEC. They are 5 freshmen and sophomore in the 9-man rotation, and they do not lack upside and potential or effort and intensity. That said, we have seen some maybe mistakes you see from younger players in the last few minutes. Missouri back up by 16.
Thero's got to get in the middle, like right there. That's where they scored every time against them. Boy, Boogie's had a tough night shooting.
What, maybe 2 of 13 from the floor. He's only hit a couple of field goals. And the thriving Tigers still ahead by double digits, 4:05 to go.
And now Missouri can be patient on the offensive end and take what is given to them at the most opportune times.
Cruz trying to go to work on Flan, turns. Jovicic has it. 3:50 to go. Arkansas needs to turn the stops into points. Knox wants 3, puts it up and puts it in. That is a big one for Arkansas. They remain in this, but it's a 13-point lead for a Missouri Tiger team that continues to thrive. Unbeaten in this building, and they're trying to keep things that way. It's been Mitchell and Bates, Grill, Robinson, everybody, even Cruz getting into the
Highly entertaining game from an athletic standpoint.
Yep.
Offensive rebounds that were dunks, lobs that were dunks, breakaways that were dunks. They will be adjusting the screws to the glass after this is over. The rims have taken some punishment.
The Vanderbilt
It's okay,
fans
partner.
that could have taken this one.
Okay, you look at this game, 76-63. What number does Missouri have to get to that Arkansas can't? Can Arkansas get to 80 points? Can they get to 82? That's the key. That's the hard part.
Unbeaten when they score 80 or more. They're 11-0.
And if they don't, and can Arkansas get to 76? I mean, that's the challenge at 3:20. They got to get defensive stops. They got to score in the offensive end.
Late shot clock offense. Robinson out to Mitchell. Gets Big Z in the air. Left that short. New 20. Robinson on the glass. Backbreaker for Arkansas. They're running out of time.
Smart play by Grill. All you want that clock to do is tick, 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 tick.
10 threes for Missouri. They've shot 45% from the floor. It's deep one. Oh, Robinson! Woo. Good night, sort of a 3.
Off the Norm Stewart logo.
Still a lot of time. Can't quite say dagger. I don't know. 2:36 to go. That's
a lot of time. Watch how deep this is. Right off of Norm Stewart signature on the court. Shot clock winding down after you got another possession. First bucket.
And it was Robinson who secured that offensive rebound.
And his first bucket of the night.
First field goal, you're right. He had his four free throws for his only other points. Jovicic. Hey, yikes. Missouri, 8 wins overall a year ago. That's it. They went 0-18. It was just bizarre. They were in so many games. It was bizarre to see them go 0-18. And so this epic turnaround, it just continues. The 3-1 SEC start was their best start to an SEC campaign in their 13 years, and they're very much in position to just stretch that now to a 4-1 start.
Well, give Dennis Gates credit. I mean, there is no coach or player that likes not to win a game go through a conference season. And they had to readjust some things, bring some guys in, get some guys healthy like Caleb Grill.
Right.
They had to have guys step up for their next season than the year before, like Anthony Robinson or Trent Pierce. Tamar Bates had to step his game another notch, and he has. You bring in veteran players like Josh Gray, who's big, who maybe single-handedly was the reason they beat Vanderbilt. You bring in a Tony Perkins because he's been around the block a time or two. You bring in Marquez Warwick that can play and score in any type of games. And then a guy like Mark Mitchell that has been a dominating type player.
So we take all these ingredients, we throw them in the slow cooker. All right, we got a long season. But that slow cooker, it is, as Dennis Gates and the staff, they like to say, we put all that in a very competitive, a healthy competitive culture, and that brings out the best in everyone.
So the biggest difference they've done this year is their on-ball defense is so much better, and that starts with Anthony Robinson. Out front, they've been able to push teams away from setting up their offenses in an easy pattern. Last year, they didn't do that. They got beat off the dribble a lot. Puts pressure on you defensively. Dennis Gates' teams thrive on disrupting your offense.
Yep.
And they've been good at it. And we've watched it night in, night out, that they get off to these big starts. And any team that wants to come back, it's a big hill to climb to get all the way back.
2 years ago, when they won 25 games and went to the tournament, what were they? They were #1 in the nation turnover margin.
Yep.
And so the formula, very similar this season. Perkins, there they go. They're at 80. One more time, let's remind you, LSU Florida on the women's side is kicks off our doubleheader on the network tomorrow. That's at 1 Eastern. Ole Miss and Mississippi State to follow at 3. LSU aiming to remain unbeaten. This prosperous start for the Tigers, and that one tips off on the network tomorrow. Oh, Caleb Grill. Caleb Grill! Dunk contest.
Smart player. He read that thing the entire way. Did I mention he was a state high jump champion back in high school?
You got your 10 placard. You giving that a 10? You're not, don't be petty. Don't give him a 9.
I am with 1:20 to go. Put a little style, a little flair to it.
Well, we have had that feel for much of the night, haven't we? Highlight City today. Boom, there it is.
He read this pass, another silly mistake, and well, it's good to see him back again. He had the neck injury, had to miss 5 games. They weren't sure at first how bad it was. 137 games he's played collegiately.
That's a lot. Yep. 6th year.
Great experience for this team.
Played in just the 9 games last season, wasn't healthy. Neither was John Tonje. Goes on to transfer to Wisconsin. He's leading the Badgers, by the way.
And he's playing well.
So, again, there was some context behind the historically poor season a year ago, but here's all that matters. They have flipped things, and they have a winning formula right now. I mean, this is no doubt, it's a tournament caliber roster, and again, they're trying to firmly cement themselves in the upper echelon of this rugged league, more importantly.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, they're really good. So people don't quite understand it until they play them. They're physical. They've got a number of good shooters. They'll pound you defensively. They rebound well.
I mean, they've led by double digits for what probably is going to amount to, what, 35 minutes of this game?
Yeah.
Oh, Robinson, he's dancing on Wagner. I mean, they're letting them know here, these final 42.5. Now, Arkansas, it's been a minute just on Arkansas. Again, they are searching, they are fighting. Sonny, I don't think it's for a lack of, it's undoubted, it's not a lack of effort, intensity, commitment. They are fighting.
They played hard tonight.
Yeah.
Obviously, Missouri shot lights out early. When it got close and within range, Arkansas made a couple mistakes. You can't make them. And you hate to say can't, but no, you can't make certain mistakes under certain. When you're on the road, down 8, down 9, right, you can't throw it away 2 or 3 possessions. You can't have silly things, and you learn those things. But very competitive, very athletic. We've seen him play well early this season. But you better have a short memory, folks, in this league, because the next one's not any easier for either team.
The young Hogs will head back home. They get Georgia and Oklahoma coming up here to close out January. And this charged up Mizzou Arena on their feet now. Boy, this place was popping when we started this thing. They scored 80 more points, 4-1 in league play, 15-3 overall. And Missouri is trying to let everyone know they are firmly a part of the upper echelon of the league. This 15-3 start, their best since their final year in the Big 12.
Hey, the Chiefs won and the Tigers won. It's good to be from the state of Missouri.
Good day in Missouri. That's all.